Welcome to This Explainer. Look, if you're tuning in, you probably know the exact everyday struggle we're talking about. You know, the sudden epic meltdown in the cereal aisle, the absolute refusal to put on shoes when you're literally 10 minutes late, or maybe discovering a brand new permanent marker mural on your living room wall. It is so frustrating. We love our kids, obviously, but man, they know exactly how to push our buttons. So today, we're unpacking some fantastic source material that completely reimagines how we handle these exact frustrations. Okay, let's dive into this, because this right here is the big one. Should I punish my child when they misbehave? Literally every single parent faces this exact hair-pulling dilemma at some point. When those boundaries get pushed, our knee-jerk reaction is almost always, okay, how do I punish this? And yeah, kids absolutely need boundaries. They need consequences and guidance. But as our source material reveals, the answer is way more nuanced than a simple yes or no. Because, well, not all forms of punishment actually help a child grow. Real quick, here's our roadmap for today. We'll hit punishment versus discipline, red flags to avoid, real-life logical consequences, praise and problem solving, and finally, your long-term goal. Let's get right into it. Section 1, punishment versus discipline. Shifting our mindset. So here's the core paradigm shift we really need to make. When we rely on punishment, we're basically focusing on making a child pay for a mistake, right? It's all about retribution. True discipline, on the other hand, focuses entirely on teaching them what to do instead. The whole goal of discipline is never to make a kid suffer. It's to teach them how to make better choices next time. When you're figuring out how to react in the moment, just ask yourself, is this actually going to help them learn? Will it fix future behavior? Does it strengthen our relationship or tear it down? Because kids learn so much better when they grasp the why behind a rule rather than just suffering through a penalty. Section 2, red flags to avoid. What not to do when you're frustrated. And this brilliantly illustrates what we need to watch out for. Let's be totally honest. Kids can make our blood boil, especially when you step barefoot on a stray Lego in the dark, right? Feeling angry is perfectly normal, but reactive parenting, that's dangerous territory. Things like spanking or hitting might stop a behavior for like 5 minutes, but they completely fail to teach self-control. It just cranks up their fear and anxiety, encourages aggression, and absolutely shatters the trust between you and your child. It teaches this terrifying lesson that problems are solved with physical force. Same goes for humiliation. No insults, no name-calling, no public embarrassment. Those tactics damage a child's self-worth, not their bad habits. Even when they mess up big time, they have to feel safe with us. So what do you actually do when you're seeing red? You follow these steps. Step 1, take a deep breath. Seriously, let's literally take a deep breath together right now. Breathe in and let it out. Step 2, calm yourself down before you even try to respond. And step 3, speak firmly but respectfully. I know it sounds ridiculously simple on paper, but it takes serious, conscious practice in the heat of the moment. The golden rule here, a calm parent makes infinitely better decisions than an angry one. Section 3, real-life logical consequences, the everyday playbook. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how directly these connect the action to the outcome. For consequences to actually work, they have to be tied to the specific behavior. Think about these real-world scenarios. If your kid leaves their favorite toys outside in the rain, the consequence isn't some random timeout. No, those toys are just put away for a day. Ignoring their homework? They don't magically lose dessert. They just get less free time until it's done. Broken a screen roll, reduced screen privileges tomorrow. See how logical that is? When consequences actually make sense, kids learn responsibility instead of just learning to be afraid of you. But for those logical consequences to work, your rules have to be fair and, most importantly, consistent. Predictable, age-appropriate, consistent, and strictly related to the behavior. If your rules change every single day based on whether you've had your morning coffee, kids just get super confused. Consistency doesn't mean you're being rigid or mean. Actually, consistency creates a deep, deep sense of security for your child because they know exactly what to expect. Section 4, praise and problem solving. Building the good stuff. Because I said so. The absolute classic parenting fallback. We've all heard it, and honestly, if we're being real, we've all probably used it when we're completely exhausted. But our source material is super clear here. This completely fails to build lasting learning. It just totally shuts down the conversation and demands blind compliance. Instead of because I said so, we really need to explain. We've got to fill in the why. You know, did throwing that hard plastic dinosaur hurt your sister? Did drawing on the wall completely ruin the paint? Explain exactly why the behavior was unacceptable and who it hurt, and then explain what they should do differently next time. Once a child actually understands the real-world impact of what they did, that's when genuine, lasting learning happens. Oh, and while you're doing all that explaining, do not forget to praise them. Kids repeat behaviors that get positive attention. It's just a fact. You want to praise good behavior way more often than you correct the bad stuff. Notice and specifically praise them when they're sharing, when they tell the truth, especially when it's hard to do, when they knock out a chore without being asked, or when they manage to just stay calm during a frustrating moment. Saying, "Hey, I really appreciate how you shared your blocks with your sister," is light years more effective at shaping behavior than constantly nagging about what they're doing wrong. Let's move to and see how this builds. When the storm is finally passed and everyone's totally calmed down, you can actually build up their emotional intelligence by asking these specific problem-solving questions. What happened? What were you feeling? What could you do differently next time? How can you fix the problem? It completely flips the script. It turns a massive meltdown into this collaborative learning experience, gently shifting the responsibility right back onto their shoulders. Section 5, your long-term goal. Zooming out. So the crucial point is this: our end goal isn't just to raise an obedient kid who only behaves because they're scared of us. That's just a short-term illusion of success. The real goal, the big picture, is raising a human who makes good decisions, respects other people, accepts responsibility, controls their emotions, and actually learns from their mistakes. Good discipline is fundamentally about building lifelong character, not just forcing temporary compliance you can survive through dinner. Pulling it all together from our source material, punishment that relies on fear, pain, or humiliation might stop unwanted behavior for a minute, but it rarely teaches the life skills your kids actually need. Effective discipline combines clear expectations, consistent consequences, a whole lot of empathy, and solid guidance. When kids feel loved, respected, and understood, they're just far more likely to develop self-control. They make positive choices because they get why their actions matter to the world around them, not because they're terrified of getting in trouble. I want to leave you with this really powerful thought to chew on. Are you raising a child who obeys out of fear or one who makes good decisions? Take a second and really let that resonate. Parenting is incredibly tough, literally the hardest job in the world. But by shifting our mindset from punishment to discipline, we have this amazing opportunity to build up some truly incredible human beings. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking those great questions, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.